Alright everyone, we are streaming again today. It's been a while since I did a stream. So I thought I've been doing a lot of basic video recording and not stream proper. So I thought I would do a quick game stream. I was going to log on and take the first task force I could find in City of Heroes. And it turns out someone was forming Synapse. Now I've got my AirPods in here so I can listen to the game sounds without negatively impacting the stream, and we should be fine. So I'm going to head over to the game stream right here on camera 1. Head into the game. I got my game audio really low, but we're still good, and it's still coming through here on the recording, so I'm pretty happy about that. The Synapse Task Force is the third of 7 task forces that make up the Task Force Commander accolade. And once you get that accolade, you get a +5 to your endurance, which is a pretty good deal. That actually is kind of loud. Maybe I don't want it that loud. Let me turn that down a little bit. I'll turn it down to 20%. There we go, 20%. Apply now. I make a lot of noise. I use the shotgun. Dial that down a hair. Nope, that was good where it was. It's the character that I started a day or so ago, Detective Sergeant Lois Cannon, aka Loose Cannon. It's just my hard as nails cop. I'm playing the Sentinel archetype. With a shotgun. And willpower is my secondary. Get the map up there. There we go. This task force is long and annoying and profitable. It has a lot of XP hanging out for the taking. I grabbed, like I said, I grabbed random people. Just setting it up. I jumped straight into this stream, right? I didn't plan a lot. So I'm just gonna get the link to my stream. Put it up on the Discord. Turn off the sound there. Here we go. Turn off the sound on Twitch. We don't want that. Okay. So I noticed on the City of Heroes Homecoming Discord that they have a channel for streaming. Okay, now that's all done. I can get back to safe in the city. Oh. I keep minimizing windows and it keeps popping up. Oh, there we go. You can tell here that it's low stress, right? These guys don't need another sentinel doing stuff. We have we have 2 tanks, so we're not quite 8 different ATs, but tanks play differently no matter what you do. And sentinels are kind of tanky as it is. Looks like the stream is a bit off. We'll see how that goes. I will stop watching that for now. And just wait for the chat to come in. Oh yeah, somebody else is doing a Synapse. Synapse Sunday. I should have called the stream Synapse Sunday. I'll figure it out. Figure that out now. Streamlabs has changed how they do things. It's annoying. It's resetting my resetting my storage settings every time I do a thing. And now they sent me a code to my phone. Gotta enter that in. Alright, now that's done. It's all over. I rarely play with the sound on, so... Oh, look at that! Level up! I win! Let me open up that camera a little bit. Oh yeah, I got lots of room on the sides there. Excellent. Now you can see my hands. They're all over the place. I like to talk with my hands. Wow, that was level 30, by the way, which is a big deal since I essentially started this character yesterday. And I had the idea I wanted to do. This is a role-playing character that I had that I played for a few sessions in a Feng Shui game, and it just didn't gel. But I like the concept of, you know, this is the Dirty Harry type type of character, and we always used to have this big joke. You're a loose cannon! Turn in your badge and your gun. And then somebody would come back with, you need me on the streets. You know, so we do all the cop tropes back and forth at each other. You need me in this city. It's like, you're a loose cannon. Turn your badge and your gun. City will fall apart without me. And that was my concept for the character when we were doing the role-playing game. And I had a giant gun, like a big, Dirty Harry type gun. But you can't do just one pistol. You have dual pistols. And if you want to essentially hit your damage with a Nerf bat, you could only use the single shot stuff. But I took assault rifle instead, and basically a pump action shotgun. You could just see here on the ground the shotgun shells as I eject them and fire. It is ridiculous how fun it is to play with the shotgun instead of the assault rifle. And the assault rifle is got, you know, grenade launchers and flamethrowers and all sorts of crazy stuff built into it. It's a super science gun. I'm just playing with a shotgun. And I've got the willpower AT, which is it's as low impact as secondaries get. Essentially, you've got dull pain and high pain tolerance are the names of the characters. Indomitable will, mind over body, up to the challenge. These are all tank secondaries, or tank primaries rather, that you could take as a secondary. Sentinels are a mix of blasters and scrappers. So they've got the worst parts of both. Alright. Mission over. Now we can get out. Get out! So that mission was in Skyway City. We'll now be going to Steel Canyon. Alright, someone gave me ice armor. Excellent stuff. So we're gonna run around the city here really fast, finding robots, more robots to fight. Newsflash, they're on top of these buildings. So I'll just shoot them with a shotgun, and then I'll punch them in the face. I can't even remember what travel power I took. If any, oh, I didn't take a travel power. That's the neat thing about this one. I took combat teleport instead of normal teleport, which essentially means that I have 3 short-range bursts of teleportation, but really my my power is a jetpack. All right, at level 30. Gotta pull the build up here. No, I gotta save that. Save. Open. There we are. Detective Lois Cannon. At level 30, I am taking Strength of Will. Alright, Strength of Will. When I activate this power, not only become extremely resistant to most damage, but also disorient, immobilization, hold, knockback, repel, and sleep effects. Strength of Will costs little endurance to activate and increases your recovery for restoration, but wears off. You're left exhausted and substantially drained of endurance. So this is an oh shit pill. I don't use that often. I don't need to use it often. In fact, it is the first one of these powers I've actually taken at level 30, right? I've just got toggles all the way down here. So no PBAOEs, no instant activates, I don't even have hasten. So strength of will there. Resurgent is the self-res. And then at level 35, I'm taking the weapon mastery. Weapon mastery pool, which is yeah, hey Palladium, how's it going? You know, I keep every time you're streaming I'm doing something else. I keep seeing your notifications come up, so thanks for stopping by, checking me out. I do appreciate it. I've been really into teleport of late because I was raising 5 characters at the same time with the teleport as their teleportation, as their travel power, and the occasional bit of combat jump, and I went the wrong way. Gotta go over here. I'm a Lois Cannon! I'm using infiltration. Now, infiltration technically is a travel power, right? It's not as fast as super speed, but it's better than athletic run, and it has some stealth into it too. So once you get all your stacking bonuses from various... Oh yeah, I know, man. Yesterday I ran tons of task force. In fact, I think I ran 5 DFBs, a bunch of yins, a bunch of posies and posi 2s. Because, you know, I was just racking up the frequent flyer miles on a weekly strike force. And then I started running Drowning in Blood for people. DIB. I might run a Drowning in Blood a little later here after this, but I could also run a Citadel. I've got yeah, the only 2 task force I've done so far with this character are Posi 1 and Posi 2. So I've got all of Task Force Commander I can do yet. It's nice to do that with a new character. Oh man, did I miss them? Did they go this way? I don't know where these guys are going. They said going left in the chat. I should read the fucking chat. By the way, if you new to the stream, I am the son of a sailor and the grandson of a sailor. My uncle's a sailor. A lot of my friends are sailors. I have a potty mouth. I swear a lot. Yeah, I know that one. It's pretty cool. It stacks all the way around. What I like about it is that you can slot it, right? You can 6-slot it with a couple different sets. And what I'm going to be doing a lot with infiltration, as I put 2 Luck and the Gambler in there, the Shield Wall proc, the Gift of the Ancients, defense increased run speed, and then 2 more bits of Gift of the Ancients. So it gives me medium recovery boost, big speed boost, the resistance, teleport to everything plus teleport, and then a regen boost and a recharge boost. So yeah, Frank can slot it. Oh yeah. Well, it's not every other word, but it's a lot of words. It's allergy season too, so I don't want to talk too long and hard. There's some fucking clockwork. Let's shoot them. See? There, I swore for you. Robots. I shoot robots with a shotgun. Bam! I hate guns, by the way. But digital guns against digital opponents are fine. I don't feel the need to scour the streets looking for rogue robots to shoot in the face. So, video games seem to be working just fine for me. Oh, Candy Van Man. So Candy Van Man there said, does this rag smell like ether to you? Pretending that he's a child molester. Because that's what we want to roleplay. Ugh. Nerds. Here we go. A little combat teleport for the masses. And I've got a bind set up for the numpad enter, numpad plus rather, to turn on the jetpack, and it just toggles between jetpack and infiltration, jetpack and infiltration. And if I need to have stealth on while I have the jetpack, I can just turn on stealth. Right, it's right there in my bar, and it's been working out pretty well for me. I go back and forth about whether to use stealth or infiltration. And I always come down on the side of infiltration because of the jump boost. But stealth has a huge defense boost, right? And it comes down to, if I really want that extra bit, I'll slot a celerity plus stealth into it. But I can slot that into a lot of other things. Like sprint. I could just, sprint is a free power. It's got one slot in it, so I just put celerity plus stealth in sprint, and then I've got a decent amount of stealth for free, essentially. I can also get the temp power. There's a temp power that gives you a huge bonus to stealth. A couple of them, actually. One's Ethereal Shift, and one is, I think, something darkness. Since those are all free. Kick you in the face, robot. Had enough of your shit. Shoot you with a shotgun. If you want, you can play Doom mode. A lot of people prefer to play this way without seeing their character, but I don't think that's fun at all. I put work into that costume, right? Well, not this costume. This costume is just the standard cop costume minus the hat. But when I put costumes in, I work hard on them. You know, either I'm doing an homage to a comic book character, or I'm working on a theme, like I did last week, 2 weeks ago, I was raising up a bunch of anime characters, and they all had different anime costumes. So I did G-Force costumes, I did Robotech costumes, I did Voltron Lion costumes, I did Speed Racer costumes, and no one character is a huge IP violation, right? Because it's just, hey, it's Science Teen Hero, or Go Teen Hero Go is essentially what the characters are. And they've got a whole bunch of, I just swap through them to see what I want. So when you put a lot of work into costumes, you want to show off the costumes, or at least, you know, play with them and enjoy them for yourself. I want to do a Hawaiian shirt for Lois Cannon here. But I may end up just doing like a Sonny Crockett outfit. Maybe a Tubbs outfit. Who knows? These guys are role-playing. Here we go. Goonies never say die. So you notice there I've got... Here's a mod that we use back in live. It replaces a lot of textures and sounds with things that are more fun. Oh, same door. Ha! I hate these long commutes. Another kill-all. So here's the problem. So here's the deal, rather. That's my tagline for a lot of things. So here's the deal. City of Heroes is a 20-year-old code base, which has had some quality of life improvements on private servers like Homecoming. But it's still 20 years old. The code holds up remarkably well, and it scales pretty well for video of today's computers. Like the computer I'm running this on, I built 5 years ago. I built it the year before a pandemic hit because my last computer melted, absolutely melted. And this one is really good. I really enjoy it. Show off my camera too, I think. Yeah. So that's it over there. I've got 3 monitors. I've got lots of lights and cool stuff going on there. Now I gotta put this back on me. There we go. I moved the whole thing and I should have just moved the camera. Oops. There we go. That's more fun. But it's for the use that I get out of it. And I do a lot of video editing, right? Which is what this machine was actually built to do. And the video editing, I have thousands upon thousands of DVDs and Blu-rays because I collect them. I'm a bit of a hoarder. So I rip them to my personal server and I watch them while I play City of Heroes. So most times, the reason why I don't deal with the game audio is because I am usually watching TV. Streaming something from myself, right? It's essentially watching my DVDs, but without having to turn on a DVD. Or I'm listening to music. I got music all over around me. I got thousands and thousands of CDs too, right? But game audio is a distraction from that. And when I'm doing that sort of thing, you really just can't stream it. Because you want to get the desktop audio for... Yeah, you want the desktop audio for the game stream, but you don't want, NCIS Los Angeles to be broadcast out to the world. Which I just binged, by the way, all 14 seasons. So I did that this month. Don't have a job, but, I got NCIS. Gonna watch some more Reacher Season 3 tonight, later on, I think, when I cook myself some dinner. Which I have time to hit nicely right after Synapse finishes. I like the flagship, the main NCIS a lot, but I have also seen all of them. I've seen New Orleans, Los Angeles now, Hawaii. There's an NCIS Sydney, if you can believe it. They have a lot of crossovers. They crossed over with Hawaii 5-0. They did a lot of stuff with that show. And it's the reason why I like NCIS is it's a police procedural. I never get tired of those. I get on my jetpack. Turn on your jetpack. Fly around here. But it is a continuation of the series Jag, which itself was a continuation of the series Magnum PI. And to make things fun, because they're all on CBS, NCIS crossed over with Hawaii 5-0, both from the flagship and the Hawaii versions, and the new Magnum PI show crossed over with Hawaii Five-0. But the new Magnum PI show didn't cross over with NCIS. It was at one remove all the way around. But it's just a nice continuum of CBS good procedural crime drama. And it's just popcorn to me. You know, I get to watch how people design plots. All of those scripts sold, right? So even if they're bad writing, somebody bought that writing. Someone got paid to write it. Someone got paid to film it. And they put it on air and they got paid to broadcast it. So those are important metrics for people who like to sell fiction, like I do. I write science fiction. And someday I might want to write television. So watching television clues me in how that all works. I also listen to podcasts about television and television writing, what I'm particularly fond of. Basically, they break down every single episode of Star Trek ever. So they have gone through, in the 10 years plus I've been listening to this podcast, maybe 15 years I've been listening to this podcast, they've gone through the original series, all of Next Generation, all of Deep Space Nine, all the movies, and now they are in the first season of Voyager. And they also did live streams. Hey, leveled up. Level 31. They also do live streams of new shows when they come out. So they live stream Discovery, they live stream Lower Decks, and Picard. And eventually I'll get to listen to those, but that is definitely a palate cleanser to hear two nerds talk about Star Trek. I listen to Doctor Who podcasts. I like watching Doctor Who. It and Star Trek are things that I've been doing literally my entire life. So here's how much fun the assault rifle is. I haven't had to use my... What the hell is going on here? Okay. Wow. So Siri just thought I was in trouble. And it wanted to call the cops. Which I don't want. Hush you, Siri. I'm actually amazed that Siri was turned on because... I don't use that feature on my phone. Anyway, so how fun it is to play this AT. I haven't had to use my Sentinel ability once throughout this task force. It's right there. I got a bind for it. But I can just go pew 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 with a shotgun. In fact, I didn't even have to use any of these inspirations. I haven't run out of end because they got kinetics there on the team. Shotgun. Ah, nice. So when you get around science equipment, one of the sounds that we've replaced starts with the I don't know if you can hear it, but it's the incidental science music from the Incredible Hulk TV show. Just a reminder of crazy stuff we used to get up to in live. Dr. David Banner. A startling metamorphosis takes place. Look, robots! Ugh! They're back there taking damage. Now I gotta go help them. I also, this week, with the new patch, I did a pyrotechnics controller and a psionic armored tank. A couple of characters I've been meaning to make for a while. And then I was able to fit them in to the new power sets. That was pretty fun. Took 1 to 50 already, because why not? I will turn on my secondary mutation. See if I get monkeyed. No monkey. So I started taking secondary mutation as my free prestige power for new characters. And just I bind it to numpad 9. You see here I've got a 4th bar that I'm using these days. And I put that on numpad 9. Oh, pardon me. The ones below it are usually subtract, multiply, divide. And if I get enough toggle powers, I also use numpads 8 and 7. But on controllers and healers and masterminds, I've already got those bound to something else, so gotta be really careful as to what goes where. I do a lot of keybinds. Sometimes I don't even really pay attention to where the buttons go. For example, I got punch you in the face, robot. Did we get the robot behind? There's always one behind. Yep, excellent. I have a comb with a shotgun, so I always gotta line that up. Half the fun is lining up cones. See, people are still using Sands of Mu. It's the worst prestige power. The worst. It's a horrible recharge. It has low damage to end ratio. And it's got a long ass animation, so you're stuck doing while you're getting pounded on. It's no fun. No bueno. Don't take Sands of Mu, kids. It's not as cool as you think it is. Just use Brawl. You can slot Brawl. Now, if you're using Shadow Maul from Dark Melee, you can slot that. And although it's essentially the same skill, we're missing somebody? No? You can get more out of it when you can slot it. At the very least, you get a proc in it, right? especially for brutes, because you've got there's a recharge proc. Chicken on Discord. Now, I fully know some people are really serious about their builds, that I am gimping my damage a lot by not using flamethrowers and grenades and allow those cool powers that Assault Rifle has. And I'm here to tell you, I don't give a shit. I don't care. I have Assault Rifle Corruptors. I have Assault Rifle Blasters. I don't need that on a Sentinel. I just need to survive and be happy. Being happy is kind of the important thing here. I need to have joy in my life. Hilariously. So when you use teleport while flying, it's got a huge range, right? And can essentially use... no, I want you to train me. There we go. Train the next level. 31. Level 31. Alright, level 31. I got... Actually, let's go to game stream here so you can see my build. Come on now. There we go, properties. Oh, no, I don't want the media file. I want this. There. Done. Want my build. So, at level 31, I need slots in up to the challenge. I need a slot in slug. Probably want a buckshot too, right? Yep. There we go. Oh, that's where my knockback goes. Knockback to knockdown. It's cool beans. Alright. So now we head back to the game. See, I'm not overly concerned about missing out on this XP because this is my 134th character on this server. I don't do it for XP anymore in the slightest. didn't tell people on Facebook I'm streaming. How should I do that? Hooray! Welcome, Wes. Didn't even have a chance to post to Facebook. Apologies, I know I'm the worst at this, but go to Blue Sky, post up there. Should have done all this beforehand. When done properly, this task force takes about an hour, a little more. We're getting to the point where we can start stealthing these missions, which is huge. I saw. I'm very happy. For those that don't know, Crowbar Scout here is my friend Wes, is now an accredited substitute teacher. Very happy for him. He's doing really great work over there. Plus, I always like it when my friends get jobs. Sooner or later, that'll trickle my direction. Really need a job. Can't keep making 50s and not writing books. There's all these robots and fascists to shoot with shotguns. Ooh, took a hit. I finally got too far ahead of the group. Brought them all back. It's fine. We got 2 tanks. Everything will be fine. Right, now we patrol again. Before I distracted myself with shiny things, I was mentioning how a 20-year-old code base sometimes doesn't hang up all that well. And this is one of those places that it doesn't hang up well. Because this task force is meant for the original leveling curve, not the adjusted leveling curve that Homecoming and some of the other private servers use. And that original leveling curve is very Korean, it's very long, and it's very fucking slow. And you would have to do a lot of stuff in between task forces. And that stuff that you would have to do, it took a long time. It took a long time. The Korean philosophy is shut up and hunt. And that's pretty much how it works. Here my supergroup base, of course. Supergroup base, pretty awesome. Got all my teleportals. It's a very functional base. All the cool stuff is in the first 3 or 4 rooms. And then after that, it's all just role-playing and decoration stuff. I'll show off the base in a bit. After the task force. See, I have not been to Boomtown yet with this character, so I'll have to pick up a badge or two. Oh, I thought the badge was that one. Is the badge over here? So one of these blasted out. Turn off my jetpack. This is another one of those missions now that we don't have to do. All we have to do is find the boss, Bertha, take it out, and all the enemies within a radius of it. Did a little role-playing there. That was the first death from this task force. Usually there's a whole bunch of them. We've got a fairly well-balanced group. It does not hurt that I, for one, have a tricked-out character. I am using a lot of invention origin enhancements. It makes it easy to manage my endurance as I fight. Alright. Level 32! Ah, a little later than I thought it would be. I didn't eat lunch really until 4 o'clock, so I can definitely see an hour from then to here. Yeah. Let's spin the wheel of secondary mutation. Ah, acute senses. Yeah, it doubles it up. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. You see here, people are dying because they ran ahead. They left the safety of numbers. Now for shotgun blast. Shotgun, shotgun, shotgun! Yet another synapse forming out there in the wide world. It's Sunday, Sunday Synapse. I tell you, I have done this so many times, this task force. I still don't have it on all my characters. Let's see who I'm missing. I have this on... Oh, wow. I have it on 128 characters. So, 4 characters don't have Synapse, and I would wager I know exactly which ones they are. Well, there's the one I'm playing, of course. But also... Yep. I have a Frost Giant Ice Tank that I played once and didn't continue with. I've got several Spider-Men. Now we just hit the Spider-Man. I've got a Sentinel Spider-Man and a Stalker Spider-Man, and they have not done Synapse. Wow, there are 12,000 plus people online right now in the Homecoming Discord server. That is an insane amount. That's a lot. There we go. Goonies never say die. Now we gotta head to Skyway City. But most importantly, I have to head into my supergroup base so I can train. Turn on my jetpack! Alright, as always, I head back here and look at my build. There we go. So, at level 32, we want Resurgence, which is the really cool self-res power, which you just take once and forget about, because you just don't need it. Until you do. And very soon I'll be taking Ninja Sword. So a lot of people are in absolute love with the Team Transporter, and I like it too, but I also like running around the city. Look at these nerds. Got punched this Babbage a couple times. Maybe I'll get credit. Okay, still not seeing a hostage in here. Hostages are what we care about. But someone's over here taking hit point damage. I have to go deal with that. Seeing as I am here to serve and protect. Very close to the end. We got 2 more missions. A giant monster after this. It should take me right up to 6:30 when it's time to feed the cats and eat tacos. There's no hostage there. No hostage. Oh, I don't think I've ever listened to the sound when using a Nemesis staff. That was pretty cool. Perhaps there will be a hostage over here. The Candy Van Man has run ahead. He's taking damage. All the damage. Which is good because that's a silly name. He should change it. Unless he's singing a song the entire time. Pew, 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 pew. Have me a shotgun. Let's go back and heal him, I guess, huh? Oh, my lack of nap is definitely catching up to me. Out, out, out! Ugh. Escaped robot fights for his life. Ugh. Almost done, Beck. Escaped robot fights for his life. Punch this robot. He's annoying me. Oh, now I'm over here. I've been assembled. Really do need to get some more PB AoEs, which is where that ninja sword's going to come in handy. It's another one of those task forces where I rarely ever see the bad guy. Somebody always gets him before I can even see him. Because I'm on minion control, right? Or I'm doing something, or running around leading stuff. But I rarely ever see the Clockwork Lord either. Alright. Fun pro tip. You need to leave the immediate area of a door so that he doesn't spawn in weird places. Also, if you are close to the tram, if he spawns too close The drones will take him out. Give a shout out, see who wants to come and help us. There was already people here camped on him, which is kind of interesting. This is an optional boss. You don't have to defeat it to continue the task force, and it is not guaranteed to spawn. It's a very, very high chance to spawn. But RNGesus rules the roost here. It's going down nicely. There must be a 50 or two. I'm in and amongst those random passers-by. Jump, jetpack. All right. I'm going to read off the, see, there's a robot chatting at us. Hello, robot. I'm not going to streamboo.com. Shotgun. Alright, I have been teleported, targeted. Here you are at last, Task Force Tsunami! You are determined, I will say that much for you. I fear, however, that your dogged pursuit will be our downfall. Rise up, my creations, and level our foes! He will not be destroyed by you mental midgets! It's rude. Hooray! Level 33. That's a good run. So I think we've had about 10 deaths. Defeats. 10 defeats. No one died in the making of this stream. No pets were harmed either, because we don't have a mastermind. Ah! Look at that. 10 defeats. Called it. It's pretty awesome. I'm just going to teleport straight to my supergroup base. Alright, that is my stream. I'll show you guys around the house. It's teleport room. Each one of these portals takes you to one of the places pictured on these monitors. I right now want to go to Pocket D, mainly to reset my history as to where I have been. Oh, look at that, I got the sun shining in my face. I always forget that middle of the afternoon that happens. Okay, oh, there's all sorts of streams I want to get into, but I want to log off. So, let's go back to the main screen. Hey, everybody. So I played City of Heroes, of course. It is a game produced under license by the Homecoming group. It is a 20-plus year old IP, originally held by NCSoft. I used to work for NCSoft, so I'm pretty familiar with the game. But you can't monetize this stream because their license forbids it, as you know does the Twitch license terms of use. What I can do though is monetize myself. So I don't need tips, I don't need subscribers or anything crazy like that. I want you to buy some books. As mentioned earlier in the stream, I am a science fiction author, and I also run a small press called RS Entertainment. RS Entertainment is a progressive publisher who focuses on independent authors and the stories that we tell. We have all sorts of different books up at rsentertainment.com. You can get one of my books for free, Homefront. You can get the free ebook downloaded there. You can also get signed copies of the hardback version or the paperback versions. I also turned into a trilogy a few years ago, so I've got expanded coverage on that. We have dark fantasy, we have horror poetry. I had a space opera book not written by me for a while, but we have parted ways with that author. So, in general, it's a place where you can hang out, find books, and just enjoy the process of shopping, because it doesn't have to be hard. You don't have to give money to some evil corporation. You can give it to me. I need it. I need to keep the lights on and make costumes and probably buy a new graphics card the next year, or level up my game all the way around. So give us a look if you can, but otherwise, I'll see you here next time I stream. I have been your host, Scott James Magner, the idiot with a microphone, and my stream is ending. Y'all have a great day.